All right, welcome everybody to this week's showing, the final GTP 12 race. Or, well, no, it's second to final. We got one more next week. Nonetheless, second to the final GTP race here at Lanes Raceway. We got all cars lined up except for Carson. They're trying to find him a better GTP body to put on his car. Nonetheless, 2-minute heats. We got 9 in this race, and it's bound to be a pretty quick one here. So we'll be right back with you just as soon as we get everybody up. Same system, strike, 2 community, 3 strikes, you're out. We're also going to have a GRC soft body race taking place on the oval as a secondary race. Now it'll be a payout race. Looks like we are one shy from getting a giveaway, but nonetheless, it's still going to be a payout race, so that's going to be pretty cool. So stick around here. We'll be right back with you. All right, folks, so just a little bit of a delay here, and it looks like Randy's finally got a body on for Carson's. We're fixing to get our main event, GTP 12, going on the orange track. Hope you're enjoying the oval soft body action. We got enough guys here for a full giveaway and a little car coming off in the high banks there. Watch out. And that's going to be a payout race here at Lanes Raceway. So any cars 4 or more, we have payout races. And it looks like the whole Daniels crew's having a blast doing that. Nonetheless, we're going to swap back over. I keep forgetting I don't have a camera here. But nonetheless, I'm going to have to kind of explain this the best that I know how. There was a card played, and that card was played by Guillermo Sire. That's called the Reversal Uno card here at Lanes Raceway. So that made us go in reverse. Well, then as soon as he played it, Glenn Burton played his and put us back normal. Well, then that wasn't enough. Jay Latham ends up playing one, putting us back in reverse. So then Nathaniel Burton plays one over Jay Latham, putting us back straight. So it's been a little bit of a turmoil here. Racers, are you ready? Watch your lights. So 4 red lights drop out to green. Like I said, 4 Uno cards played here today. Pretty exceptional. I've been waiting for a day like that. We're doing the strike system 2 community. 3 and you're out. And we're getting our first community here right now. As we can see up underneath Dead Man's corner. Bruce Bulletin coming around to get that set up and grab the car. He's going to hit the button, and that's going to be 1 for green and 1 for purple. And another yellow flag. This is going to eliminate the last community as we roll up in here. 3 strikes, 15 seconds into the heat. Randy Kirtley currently in the lead, Jay Latham to follow, and Paul Woosley getting in the mix this time. That's going to be a blue community hit. These guys are driving these things a whole lot better than I could. They called me Senior 5 strikes because I was taking all the communities and all my strikes the time I raced for Bruce a couple weeks back. Bruce Bulletin right now setting out as we have 9 racers here. That's going to be the first strike for Jay Latham on orange lane. Said we got some pretty good times happening over at the oval too. You see full crew there, full 8 racers. 2 racers rolling on simultaneously here, double feature. Slot car racing. Good time. If you're interested, definitely give us a call. 270-278-1400. 11 laps, 11 laps, 11 laps. Randy, Paul, and Guillermo, all 3 on top. Then to fight for 4th place, we got Jay and Jackson. And then fighting for 5th place, we got Glenn, Carson, and Nathaniel. So Carson's going to take a strike there on red, his first. And a yellow flag yet again. Coming over to cam 2, just get a little bit better view here. Bruce looking for a car here. And he found it on the other side of the bridge. And that's going to be a strike for Nathaniel Burton on green, his first. Another yellow flag here. Looks like a possible wreck up underneath the Dead Man's corner there. As Bruce Wilson grabs that. Looks like another one possibly for Carson there on red lane. That's his second. Randy Kirtley, Guillermo, Paul, and Jay all right there in the mix with each other. 3.2 to 3.5. As we get a car off on the back stretch here. Looks to be Glenn Burden. His first strike on blue lane. And another strike on orange. Real quick on the button there from some of the racers. Double yellows here from the oval and the orange. And that's going to be one on purple for Guillermo Sire, his first. That's going to be a green and a black, it looks like. So first for black, that's Randy, and second for Nathaniel. These cars are pretty close to the same speed, as you can tell, about 2 to 3/10 of a second slower than the wing cars. So they're pretty close in speed, so they're quite quick. And the braking and stuff is very similar, except, you know, the downforce and stuff's not quite as good as what you could see on the wing cars. Randy Kirtley getting a break out there across black lane. And we'll see who that is. I believe that is Carson's third on red lane. So he's going to be setting out the rest of the heat here. 34 seconds left to go. And we got a yellow flag up in the horseshoe portion of the track. That's going to be Jackson. Going to take a strike there on white, his first. Ooh, two cars get into contact here in the high banks portion of the track. You see the pink and red car there. That's Paul Woosley. And I believe maybe Bruce, if I'm not mistaken. No, Bruce is sitting out. That's Guillermo Sire. So Guillermo Sire and Paul Woosley. Guillermo Sire on purple, that's going to be his second. And Paul Woosley on yellow, that's his first. Guillermo Sire taking a 30 seconds to fix his car. He's got plenty of time there, as I counted 10 seconds there, so that's pretty good. Four red lights drop out to green. Here we go. 26 total laps for Randy Kirtley, a median of a 3.41, followed by a 3.39 to Guillermo Sire as he takes over second position right then. Paul Woodsy getting pushed to third position. Jay Latham in fourth with 27. We're talking 3 laps difference all the way down to fifth place. As we get another yellow flag here, we're going to see who's involved in this incident here. Heading over to cam 2 to get a little bit better view. And it looks like yellow is going to take another strike. And that's Paul Woosley's second. And here we go. 2 seconds left to go in the heat. And we're going to make it all the way through to a red flag rotation. Only one coming out on that heat, and that was Carson. So we'll go ahead and clear this out. And we're going to go over here and look at the track mate. We see Randy Kirtley out in the lead by 1 lap to Guillermo Cyrus 34. Paul Woosley there with 33, tied up with Jay Latham's 33 to round up your top 3. But still in the mix here, Jackson and Nathaniel there, 28 and 31 towards the bottom half of the pack, which is really close. Also, Glenn Burden and Carson. Carson, of course, getting out there on red lane. So still a lot of racing left to go. We'll see how things shape up. I think it's all going to boil down to just keeping that car on the lane. As we go over to the oval and we can see some of the GRC racers rocking and rolling. Just going to swap back and forth here. White's going to be doing a giveaway on them in their 4th round robin. I get to choose the numbers. I like choosing the numbers. She goes and gets them and I choose them. So their race is going to kick off in 5 seconds. We have 1 minute and 36 seconds before we go back green racing on our main event here. So let's see how they shape up here in the soft body GRC. Got a stalled car up there on white and a pretty good hit there in the high banks portion of the track. Could have a possible issue with a braid, possibly. Coming up there, the wife will take care of that for him. Race starts in 40 seconds. What's going on? Okay, yeah, give me 1 second, okay? All right, folks, about 30 seconds before we start, I'm going to take you back over to the main event. I'm going to fix a track issue here and repair it, and I'll be right back with you. See, I need to... Race starts in 20 seconds. Race starts in 5 seconds. Get ready. Yellow flag. All right, folks, I'm back. And I have no idea how many communities. That's the second community? First strike. Blue and what? Green? All right, folks, I missed a little bit. Blue and green, first strike. So communities are done. And had a trade come up on the oval. Ooh, so we get 2 hard hits. Whoa, what happened there? Software on this thing. 2 hard hits there on. There we go. That'll work. So red and yellow is going to take 1 hit here. A little bit of cluster taking place there down in the donut portion of the track. Pretty good racing here, though, as we can see side by side, neck and neck. Randy Kirtley currently in the lead. 3.241 is his best lap time, but not the best, as Guillermo Sire with a 3.187. So we get a wreck to the high outside. That's going to be Carson Ross on green lane taking a second hit here. So you go to the high banks here to take a quick look at that. We're going to come back to Cam 2 and focus in on a little bit tighter looking race here. So we follow Randy Kirtley around yellow there. He's neck and neck there on black lane with Guillermo Sire. So we get a car to the outside there. That is going to be Nathaniel Burden on blue lane. Going to take a strike. Back to Cam 2 yet again for some more close battling here. Paul Woodley taking over second place from Guillermo Sire. So we see the yellow lane and Randy Kirtley coming into a 3-way pack here, and he makes it around there, and up to the side of him is Paul Woodley in the pink car, just right behind him. Right behind him, of course, as we go to Cam 1 and 2 to see where the other wreck was. Looks like it was underneath Dead Man's Corner here. Jackson going to reach his arm up there with his new hoodie from Lane's Raceway Winter Series. And that's going to be a strike there on the orange lane. Paul Woodley going to take his first. Looks like another car wrecked up underneath there too. So Jackson's going to get him put back on. And that's on purple. That's going to be Glenn Burden's first. Man, we already got into another yellow flag here. Something's going on here. High banks action. Somebody didn't start or something. So we'll see who's going to go back to the start-finish line here. And that's going to be Carson. And Carson's third, so he's out. Like I said, back on the yellow lane of Randy Kirtley coming around the horseshoes. He comes back underneath Dead Man's Corner, reeling in the best that he can, the purple lane of Glenn Burden. And he's able to make the pass as we get a huge come apart in the back stretch there. Looks like Glenn Burden on that. 4 other cars there side by side. That was only Glenn Burden's second, so I don't know what's going on here unless he's got a tore up car. Or wait a minute, that wasn't Glenn Burden, that was somebody else. Must have been Nathaniel Burden's third. The Winter Series hoodie there in good view. Eligible for all people that enter at least one race in the series. They're eligible to get it. If they are members and are in all this series, though, they can get one for free. And they get a lot of racing fun to take place. 19 seconds left to go in this second round robin heat. We still got one race after this. That's the wing car race to finish it up for the night. These guys are going to have their eyes so focused on fast cars. When we go back to slow cars in our next series, we should be ahead of the game for sure. Don't get it mistaken, folks. They have to drive these cars. Heading over to the track mate, we can see 71 total laps. Randy Kirtley 68 for Guillermo Sire, and 67 tied third place for Paul Woosley, Jay Latham. Going to go over to the strike system here and clear it out. And we're ready for the next heat. Going to roll over to the oval and let you guys watch the Daniels clan run their race. I'll make sure my wife got their numbers, and I'll be right back with you. All right, folks, 4 red lights drop out to green. We're going back racing yet again. So we get a stalled car in the high banks. You can see it up there in the top left there. Pink car looks like Paul Woosley. So a community strike for purple and white. Oops, sorry about that. Let me clear that. Purple and white. And we get a second community to take place here. Down low, it's going to be Glenn Burton taking his second community. On black. And looks like we had a car up underneath Dead Man's Corner. That's going to be on blue for Carson, so he's going to help with the community. And we are now in strikes, folks. Stalled car up on red. That's going to be Jackson. It's going to be taking a strike here, it looks like. Either that or he lifted to save Paul Woosley's car. So Paul Woosley's going to take a strike there on white, and it looks like he's also going to take one on red. So white and red both get strikes. Minute and 36 seconds left to go in this heat, and same old song being sung here currently. Randy and Guillermo fighting it out, trying to get their cars below 2 seconds here as we get a full speed come apart up underneath Dead Man's Corner. The most contested section for wrecking vehicles for sure. It looks like we got one in the donut portion too. Looks to be Randy Kirtley involved in an incident there. And he's going to take a strike there on orange. And a blue and yellow also going to take one. So it's Carson and Guillermo. And we get some hard hits up top, and that's going to be Paul Woosley's car getting sent all the way to the top there on White Lane, his second. Ooh, and a hard hit coming out of the upper portion of the donut there. And that's going to be one for Guillermo Sire on Yellow Lane, his second. We're almost halfway through this right now. We're still battling. .37. Okay, cool. So it looks like there's 3 for white, evidently. Race starts in 40 seconds. So we get another yellow flag here. And that is going to be Black Lane, Lindbergh, first strike with 1 minute to go. And Glenn Burton's going to take a second strike right there back to back. His second strike currently. Glenn pushing up in the ranks right now. He's just 4 laps down from Paul Woosley. As we get a yellow flag and a car to the outside there, an orange one. Might be Randy Kirtley possibly. Nope, Bruce Bullington, his first. And another hard hit there underneath Dead Man's Corner, and it could be Bruce yet again. It was green. I only got 1 strike for green. Second strike for Bruce. He thought he had 3 strikes. He's going to lose a few laps, but he only had 2. And we got Guillermo Sire with another strike here. That's going to be on Yellow Lane. Now that is the 3rd for yellow. feel like there might be something wrong here. I am so confused right now because that was a third strike for yellow, which would be Guillermo. I don't know, folks. That's Randy Kirtley's on orange second strike. Carson, that would have been his second strike. I don't know. I'm confused here. I'll have to make a note here. 3 of 9 purple. Nathaniel, his first strike. And I'll come back and look at this round robin. 3 of 9. And make sure, if that is the case, I'll give Carson some laps if need be. And that's the end of the heat there. Heading over to track mate, we can see Randy Kirtley 105, Guillermo Sauer 104. 1 lap separating each other. Glenn Burden 86, Nathaniel Burden 81. Let's round up your top 4. Going to clear the strikes here. Get ready for the next heat. Come on over here to the oval. Niguarza Daniels Glenn battle it out. The winning number was 37. I don't know who ended up getting it, but my wife knows. I'm going to go in there and pick them out a prize, and I'll be right back with you. All right, I'm back a little late, but I'm here. Only one community so far down on the orange track. Now in the second community here, looks to be Nathaniel Burden, and that is our winner for the giveaway. Scott got a win for the Circle Track guys. Gave away comm coolers. So that was pretty cool. Nonetheless, Nathaniel on black going to take second. We'll just say he took both. There we go. And that way we know we're ready to roll. Strikes are now live here on the orange track. Will they survive? My wife there with her pinball shirt on. Pinball Wizard here at Lanes Raceway. She's working hard in the shop area trying to get people tires and everything else that they need for their slot cars. And that's going to be a strike for Bruce there on blue. And it looks like Nathaniel Burton's car is going to come out in the same spot yet again. So he's going to take his first strike here on black. And just the way I see it, now I don't know who committed the first community, but I'm hoping it was Nathaniel because he's got a chance for senior 5 strikes. Randy and Guillermo neck and neck, side by side, 3.258, 3.085. And Glenn Burton going to the high outside. Looks like another one possibly wrecked up underneath the bridge here. Glenn Burton currently in 3rd position. And that's going to be Carson and Glenn both getting one. Their first. As we get another yellow flag and a car to the high outside there. Possibly Jay Latham. I'm not really for sure here. We'll know more information just as soon as Paul comes around with the cars here. And that was Jay Latham and Randy Kirtley both receiving a strike, their first. And that looks like Jackson Darty going to take a strike there on the high portion of the donut alongside with possibly Bruce Bullington. And that could be Carson. I'm not really for sure. Yep, Carson and Jackson, green and purple. That'll be purple's second strike. Carson's car handling a whole lot better since he's got the new body on there. He was running a Taurus 4-inch body with no side downforce, but now he's running right there in the mix. We got a good cluster going here and a nice little let off there by Jackson to cool the cluster. But it looks like Nathaniel Burton on the backstretch, his car is going to come out, and that's going to be on black. So his second strike here. One more, and he's senior 5 strikes, and I get to rub it in. All right, and there on green lane, that's going to be Jackson.
Hey, Jackson, did you take a strike on green? Okay.
Jackson got a strike 2. Got one there. And that is an orange car that I can see here. We'll see who it is. That's going to be a second one for Randy Kirtley. Bunch of 2 strikers. And a red flag rotation. So Nathaniel One away from a Senior 5 strikes. Nobody's yet matched my Senior 5 strikes. Nonetheless, I am a man of mystery. Senior 5 strikes. Guillermo Sire out in the lead right now, 142 total laps. 35.5 on average. Randy Kirtley in second with 139, 34.8 on average. Very, very close between these two. Glenn Burton, 29.5, and Nathaniel, 26.8, battling it out there. And then we see Jay Latham there, who is currently setting out with a 33 average, so we'll see him climb a little bit. And Jackson Darty with a 31, so he's got the potential to start climbing too as we progress, as he's got 5 more heats left to go, so he's doing quite well. That's to round up your top 5. We are now rocking into the halfway portion. Let's head on over to the oval and see how they're doing in the soft body race here. Looks like we got about 8 of them in there rolling. Or 7. 7 or 8. So I need to go ahead and clear the strike, I'm being told. Let me clear the strikes real quick for next heat. That's a definite. All right, minute and 40 seconds. We'll be right back with you. All right, a pretty good payout for the Oval guys as we swap back over to our main event here. The GTP 12, 20, 12, and 8 is going to be the payout for the Oval racers tonight. Of course, our main event here for the Winners Series, a little bit bigger payouts here. 500, 300, and 200 is going to be the payouts for these guys, but they've been racing 3 months long, so they've been battling it out. They get shirts. They get a banquet to eat some good Subway from our local Subway here in Livermore, owned and operated by Randy and Wendy Kirtley. Randy Kirtley there putting the car on black. That's going to be our first community. And it looks like we got a stalled car there on red. Like we're going to get a yellow flag here. This is going to be our second community. So one of them is red. And who's the second? That's going to be black. For a second, Carson, he's in trouble with Senior 5 strikes. If he gets 3 more strikes, he can join the club of Senior 5 strikes. Reaching up underneath there as he gets a car there on green lane. That's Jay Latham going to take his first strike. Ooh, so it looks like Jackson and Nathaniel get involved in an incident together. Yellow and blue. Both first strikes. It's a good thing they got hoodies. Looks like Jackson's getting a little cold there. Got his hood up. His ears must be getting cold. I do got it at 61 degrees in here. It was getting quite hot earlier. I'll turn the air on. I think everybody's pretty comfortable. I told him where the remote was. So we see Paul Woosley off for his first strike on red lane. Ooh, red and white. Okay, so it looks like white took a strike there too for Guillermo Sire. As we get another yellow flag here. Do not know where the car's at. That's going to be yellow. Going to take their second strike. That's Nathaniel Burden. Looks like we might have another incident for Paul Woosley there. Pink car. And that's going to be Paul's second. He's got one more. And who else we got here? We got somebody else. Looks like Guillermo Sire. And Carson Ross. Paul's still in. Paul's still in. He's got 2 strikes. That's it. His first strike was a community. So white and black. That's a second for white. And the first for black, Carson. I was hoping on him to wreck more to be a senior 5 strikes like me. But looks like he's holding his temper in there, I guess. He doesn't want to join the club. It's not a good club to be in, folks. Senior 5 strikes is definitely not a good club to be in. But it is a funny club, as you are the biggest loser on the track for sure. I'm a part of this club. I ran that club 7 heats out of 8 when I ran for Bruce with senior 5 strikes. So waiting on another one to join in on the action. Here we go. We got another car here. Uh-oh. We see Carson here. He's got 4 strikes right now. One more and he'll be senior 5 strikes. Is he going to join the club? We'll see. We got a stalled car up top. This is going to be the last strike for Paul Woosley. That's Paul Woosley's 3rd strike there. Oh, as we see Action Jackson go to the high outside in the donut. So Jackson there on blue, he's going to receive another strike. Got several people with 2 strikes. 47 seconds left to go in the heat too, so there's a lot of racing left to go. Strike system definitely does make a slot car race more interesting. So we see some pretty good fluid movements here. Everybody racing pretty clean with one another here. Oh, as we see Glenn Burden, he's going to pop off there on orange. That's going to be his first strike of the heat. In the old Monster Mobile. And that's going to be one for green. That's going to be two, actually, for green for Jay Latham. Bruce Bulletin keeping his cool. Not a single strike to be had. He can drive his own car very well. I could not. It was too fast for me. So we see Glenn Burden here. That's going to be his second. Everybody's got two now. The next wreck, other than Bruce, somebody's coming off. So we get a yellow flag. Who was it? Was it Carson? Who was it? Who was it? Who was that? Jay? Yeah, he's done. And that's a red flag rotation. Jay's going to collect one right there at the end. He got 3 strikes. I was really hoping that car was going to be Carson. He could join the club. Senior 5 strikes. 177 total laps for Guillermo Sire. He's got 3 heats left to go. Glenn Burden, 149. He's got 3. And we see Randy Kirtley with 4 heats left to go with 139, tied up with Nathaniel Burden with 3 heats. Jay Latham there, he's got 4 heats left, and so does Jackson, 132, 126. All those guys are you're going to start seeing them climb quite a bit here as we progress. Going to go over here to the strikes. We're going to clear them out. You see me clear them. We're ready for the next heat. Then we're going to roll on over to the oval and let you guys watch them run some soft body FCR. Like I said, they're going to be running for 20, 12, and 8. That's first, second, and third. That's their payouts tonight. And they also got them a little giveaway. Scott Daniel, the guy right there next to the guy in the purple, Bronny, he is actually going to also take home a prize for having 8 racers in a race. So he took home a comm cooler that you can put on the motor with a little bit of blue Loctite, and it keeps the commentator nice and cool on the car. Keeps your motors from heating up so bad. Definitely these guys in a Group 12 would probably really appreciate that. Just checking in over on chat, making sure that it's up and running. I haven't done that yet, so let me check that. And I didn't, so that's chat's live on YouTube. If I've missed anything, I'm sorry. Nonetheless, taking you back over to the oval. We'll be back with you in a minute 16. I'm going to grab me a drink. I might be a hair late.
Starts in 40 seconds.
Woo! All right, yellow then. First community. Sorry, folks. Told you I'd be a little bit late. We're back, though. 4 red lights dropping out to green. Going back green, racing. Oh, as we get the car stalled out there for Paul Woosley there on green. That's going to be our second community down.
Paul, you still got strikes, dude. You still got strikes. Are you done? I mean, what's happening? So there's probably a guide wire or lead wire that's probably broke on it. Well, it might be broke up here or right here, or it could be broke on the motor. I got motor cleaner in there too. If it's brushes, you can clean out the motor. All right, that's going to be a strike there on white. So
Paul's going to pull out for the final 3 heats here, and he's going to look over his car, try to get her back up and working. Could be possible loose wire there. Could be that it just doesn't have enough guide flag washers underneath it. But then again, I don't know. Could be a dirty motor. Brushes could be small inside of the motor. There's several things it could be. I'd have to take a look at it, and I don't really know right offhand just by staring. As we get a car put on orange, that's Nathaniel Burden's first strike. All right, looks like one on yellow too for Carson Ross. Carson Ross not eligible for a senior 5 strikes. You know what? Maybe if somebody gets a senior 5 strikes, just to make them feel better, I might give them a free yoo-hoo. If they watch this live stream, they'll hear this. Just for making such an achievement. T working hard, eating all our snacks. Yeah, I can see you. She knows I can see her. All right, there's a strike for white. That's going to be another one for Glenn. That's the second one. And a pretty good little run there as we get a car come off on the back stretch there. Hardly any incidents there for several seconds. As we see one of them getting put back on blue. Carson trying to pass one. So Jay Latham's going to receive a strike on blue. And we're going to see a strike on yellow for Carson. That's Carson's second. Jay's first. Guys, probably not going to commentate the next race as the throat's getting a little rough here. It's getting a little chilly in here. We're going to finish this race out for sure commentating it, but the next race, we're going to live stream it, but there just ain't going to be no commentating, as you've already seen me commentate one wing car race here. Might even give this headset over to somebody, a racer, maybe get a racer's perspective. So we get a car come off there. Nathaniel Burden on orange going to take a strike. If you're in chat right now, who would you want to see race-wise racer wear the headset so you can hear how he talks to the other racers and what it's like to be a racer? Or is this normal chit-chat behavior? All right, and we got another stall here. And I believe that's Jackson on purple. So he's going to take his first strike. And another yellow flag press here, possibly for Bruce. Scarma runs around there. He's wearing his hoodie, so I know it's getting a little chilly at Lanes Raceway. So I think he might be doubled up hoodies. All right, that's down on black. Bruce Bullington, his first. I'm going to ask them after the break if they want me to cut the air. Little split unit put in here by Lonnie Nave. And I'll tell you what, that baby pumps out the cold air. And that's a red flag, a rotation. We're over here to clear these strikes. Nobody likes to see strikes. Nobody went out that heat, so lucky them. Going over to the track mate, Guillermo Sire, your leader right now, followed by Glenn Burton, just one lap down. 2 heats left to go. Randy Kirtley still has 3 to go alongside the Guillermo. 174, 177, 170 to round up your top 3. Heading over to the oval. I'll let you watch these guys run these soft bodies. Be right back with you.
The race starts in 1 minute. Race starts in 40 seconds. Race starts in 20 seconds.
Get it.
Race starts in 5 seconds. Race starts in 40 seconds. Get ready.
All right, I'm back. Looks like one for orange. First community. Sorry about that. Was in there trying to get a little work done in between heats. Oh. Back in the cockpit. One on red. What?
Computer.
Yeah. And we are in strikes now, and that looks like Nathaniel Bird's going to take his first strike there on white. We got a stalled car there in the donut portion. Didn't want to say nothing. Everybody was running pretty good there, nice and clean. So we're going to see a strike there for Carson Ross on orange. His first. Hard hit there on the oval track. I heard that from over here. 103 left to go in the heat, and we got some pretty good racing here. A little bit of a love tap there for Nathaniel Burton, trying to push a car to the outside there in the horseshoe. We'll see what that is. It's an orange car. It looks mostly like Randy Kirtley's car. And it is Randy Kirtley going to take a strike there on green lane. Him and Guillermo Sire both battling it out, neck and neck. 197, 195 going to cut down to the wire here as we get a stalled car on orange. That's Carson Ross going to receive another strike. That's 2 for Carson. No chance to be seen nor 5 strikes, though, because he did not commit the second community. It's going to push to the outside. That's going to be Carson's third. Who's on the inside of orange there? The green. Randy Kirtley must have shoved him on to the outside. Nonetheless, we got Jackson Darty. He's going to the high outside there on black and receive his first strike. And Randy Kirtley going to receive one. His second. Still a lot of racing left right now. 2 strikes there on Randy. He's going to have to watch it the rest of the heat. Everybody else in good condition. And what a run that was. That's probably the longest streak so far that we've seen. So we head over to the streak board and probably the cleanest heat that we've seen. Heading over to the track, mate. We see Guillermo Sire, 35.5. The tables have turned. Guillermo Sire running about a lap or so faster than Randy Kirtley currently. And Randy Kirtley there in second position. Both of these guys got 2 heats left. So we'll see how this ends up turning out for them two. Jay Latham right there in the mix too in third position. He's just a few laps down, about 6 laps down from Randy Kirtley, and he's got 2 left. Nathaniel, he's done. He's got one more heat left to go. And Jackson's got 2 left to go. So we'll see how things change up here. Jackson there with a 32, but I don't think he was going to podium. It looks like your podium's probably going to be Jay, Randy, and Guillermo most likely. But we'll see as we continue on here. Heading over to the oval, looks like they might be done possibly with their oval race, but I don't know. It looks like they still got some cars down there in Dead Man's Corner. Nonetheless, I'll leave you guys over here with Cam 1 and 2, and I'll be right back with you here in about a minute and 30 seconds. All right, here we go. 4 red lights are dropping out to a green. We're coming down into the second to the last heat here. As we get our first yellow flag here. Daniel Burton, he's looking. And he finds the car. Let's see who it is. It's going to be Randy Kirtley there on blue, going to receive a strike. Well, community. What? Okay. All right, folks. 1 second. Got to fix the braid. All right. And it.
So is blue getting a strike?
All right.
Was that the first one?
Okay. All right. So we're caught up here. Blue Lane had a little bit of an issue there with the braid rolling up. Got her down to 61 degrees in here. This braid's probably popping off of the glue. So put a little super glue on there and cured it up with a little bit of baking soda, and that seemed to do the trick. So as we see here, White Lane, Carson Ross, he's going to take a community. That's the second community gone, folks.
Race starts in 40 seconds.
Looks like blue also taking a community.
Starts in 20 seconds. Race starts in 20 seconds.
Looks like we got a couple cars coming off here. It looks like Randy Kirtley actually going to take a strike here. He's got a chance to be senior 5 strikes. Can he pull it off is the question. Can he pull off his senior 5 strikes and join the club with me? Because if he does, he gets a free yoo-hoo. We'll see. You got to be a pretty horrible driver to be able to pull off a senior 5 strikes. But I think he might be just too good for that, actually. So we see a strike going to happen here for Bruce Bullington. His first. And a stalled car on white. That's going to be one for Carson. And Randy Kirtley hitting the button. I'm sure he's off. And that's going to be another one for Randy Kirtley. He's one away from a senior 5 strikes. It's not a badge of honor. You definitely don't want to wear the badge of senior 5 strikes. If he does come off, though, he will get his picture taken with a yoo-hoo can as senior 5 strikes. Yep, 2 on white. It's 2 for Carson. Seconds left in the heat. We're seeing a cluster of cars here. Danger zone is all I can see. So we'll get another strike here on the orange lane for Bruce Bullington. That's 2 for him. As we get a yellow flag, I don't know where from. Oh, looks to be Glenn Burden. That's going to be on red lane, his first. Daniel straightening up Carson there. 24 seconds left to go in the heat. Ooh, and a hard hit there from Bruce, I believe. This will be his third if he's off. That's 3 for orange. And a hard hit up in the high banks portion of the track. Looks like the green car, Guillermo Steyer, going to take a strike on that one. I don't know if White was out on that or not, but looks like he got plucked. So that's 3 for White. And that's 3 for Randy on blue. Woo, this is a hard heat here. 3 racers gone. And looked like another strike for green. I must have missed, man. This is wild. It's questionable on green whether or not his car came to a stop there, so we got it marked in case it was, but if it wasn't, it definitely is now. Looks like they're rolling. And that's a red flag rotation to the final heat. Wow, how that ended up there towards the end. A lot of people going home unsavorily unhappy. As we clear that up there, we head over to the track mate. We can see Guillermo Sire right now, your leader, coming into the final heat here. 246 total laps going into blue lane. Jay Latham 239 going into yellow, and 236 for Randy Kirtley going into purple lane. Jackson Darty right there behind him, about 10 laps down, so it kind of separates the field there as he goes into orange lane with 226. Take you over here to the oval, let you watch these guys for a few minutes, and we'll be right back with you. All right, here we go. About 5 seconds before we start the race, we'll swap back on over here. Andy Daniel currently winning the oval race right now, so we'll see how he turns out here. I know both these races are going to end up ending right around the same time as we roll into our 9th heat here. Randy Kirtley, also known as Senior Five Strikes this heat. He's going to have to get his picture made with the Yahoo can. Because he was acting like a Yahoo out there, folks. But at least he gets a nice chocolatey drink, I guess. All right, we got two off for a community here. One on green, that's Glenn Burden. And the other one, blue, which is Guillermo Sire. Purple, green, blue, purple. All three of these guys eligible for a Senior Five Strikes. Some of the best racing I've seen here in quite some time. I'm just kind of in awe here as we get Glenn Burden to be the first to come out on such a glorious heat here. So Glenn Burden going to take the second one. Only one left eligible for Senior Five Strikes is Glenn. As we get a yellow flag and Jackson goes to the high side of the horseshoe. We'll see Jackson take a strike here on orange, his first. Four seconds left to go here. What a last heat there. As we get an auto delay, that's the end. That's where Jackson's going to stay. He would have got a strike there, but we're going to clear it. And that is the final heat. Let's take a look here at the track mate. Guillermo Sire's going to bring home a victory here tonight. 282 laps in the G12 class. Jay Latham, 277 right there behind him, and Randy Kirtley having a horrible blue lane there, costing him the Senior Five Strikes there, 272. So he's going to get two pictures made tonight. And Jackson in fourth position, pretty close. He was right there in the mix. Just couldn't get up those extra 8 laps needed to get on the podium, but what a good run for him. Anyways, folks, going to take you back over here to end on the oval here while you watch these guys race. Thank you guys for tuning in to this week's GTP Group 12 class. We'll have one more of these next week alongside another 2 wing cars. This will be my last commentation tonight. We'll not commentate another race tonight. We might do a first heat, last heat kind of Facebook thing for the next wing car race coming up. Nonetheless, God bless you. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching the race. If you got any birthday parties you want to throw, think about us here at Lanes Raceway. If you want to come in and do some racing, think about us here at Lanes Raceway. 270-278-1400. Livermore, Kentucky, 17 miles south of Owensboro, Kentucky. God bless you guys. Good night.